Hello, guys. Today I'm interviewing Calum Turnbull. He is two wins, no draws, no defeats. And out of your first two fights, which has been your hardest?
Uh, well, the second one I would say was more challenging, but if I'm being honest, obviously I'm stepping up in the ranks. I know where I'm going to be fighting in the near future. I've not really had that challenge. If I'm being honest, I've certainly fought harder amateurs in my whole amateur career. Fighting internationally, fighting for the British title. I've sit there, so I've not had that challenge yet, but I'm sure it'll come soon enough.
Yeah, I had to rewatch your fight with Luke Merrifield, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one.
Earlier. Um, you dropped him, didn't you, in the first round?
Yeah, I dropped him in the first round, and then I dropped him in the fourth round, just in the last 10 seconds.
Yeah, just before the bell.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. Were you happy with your performance? Because I thought you did very well.
Yeah, I was absolutely delighted with my performance. Like I said, we went in confidently, and we just did what we had to do to win, and we walked away with the win.
Are you always confident going into your fights?
I've always got confidence. I'd say, yeah. I don't really go in with doubt, but I'll always have that in the back of my head. What could happen? So I don't. If it does, you're not disappointed. You're always going to come across someone better than you in your career.
Yeah. Um. So did you sell many tickets for your second fight?
So for my second fight, I think I sold 30 tickets. So yeah, we did not too bad with the ticket sales. But I was only able to get actually 40 tickets because obviously it wasn't my show. Two of my stable mates, Effie and Nathan, they were obviously the big hits of the show. So they sold, I think it was about 100 tickets each. So I only got the last 40 odd tickets. So I
Yeah.
managed to sell 30 of them.
So is Steve McGurn not your promoter?
Steve McGuire, yeah, that's my promoter and manager, yes.
But I thought that was his show.
So it's his show, but obviously he's our manager, but he's our own promoter as well. He promotes my shows in Inverness, and he promotes his own shows for his own boxers in Fife.
Yeah. Wait. So I think you had your debut, wasn't it, in April?
No, it was March. March 5th.
Oh yeah, March, yes, against a very tough road warrior, Reese Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, I was, if I'm being a bit honest, I was a bit disappointed with that bout, if I'm being honest. Just up to the run of that show, there was a bit of business for me and opponents, and just getting changed and that. And yeah, I mean, they came up with this fight, and I got it. But for my home show, I wasn't very too pleased with the fight, if I'm being honest.
Oh, so you wanted someone with a winning record, or
Winning, well, I wanted someone with a winning record, but as well someone who just have a little go with me, if you know what I mean. I fought 6 2-minute rounds, and I can safely say that the boy I fought, he probably only threw about 6 or 7 punches in the whole fight, and it just kind of ruined the debut experience for me, if I'm being honest. But you've got to get past it, and I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first. I'm certainly not going to be the last boy that he gets in with, but he's just doing his own job, using his advantage. He was obviously a bit smaller than me. He wants to go in and fight, but he also wants to fight, I don't know, 3 weeks later. So he needs to go in and get out untouched. So he did what he had to do, but just for me, it kind of ruined it for me a wee bit.
yeah. But so did you sell more tickets in your debut than your second fight?
Yes, I sold 110 tickets in Inverness. So that was a good turnout. We had about 300 people there. And then the two other boys who were my other stable mates, Aidan Williamson and George Stewart, they sold about 50, 60 tickets each. And then, yeah, my coach, he sold quite a few as well. So between us four being from Inverness, we all did really well with tickets.
Yeah. Um, I, I've seen that you're fighting on the 24th of June.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is that a 6 rounder, mate?
I couldn't tell you just now. We are looking for 4-3s because of the amount of fights we're going to possibly have on the bill. So we're either looking for me to do 4-3s. I'll be on second last, just before the main event, because it's not confirmed yet, but I think we're looking to get a title fight on that show.
Yeah.
But who it is hasn't got confirmed. We're not confirmed yet, so we're not too sure who's fighting what just now because of the lead up.
Is it in Scotland, is it?
Yeah, Scotland. So my hometown, Inverness.
Yeah. Is there people like contacting you for tickets currently?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm a joiner at full time, so I mean, I work on busy construction sites all the time. So they're always wanting to see a good fight, so they buy tickets. And well, at my last show, I think I sold I had about 30 tickets to just tradesmen alone. You know, sparkies, electricians, whatnot, joiners. So yeah, no, it's a good thing in Inverness. It's different. You know, I say a small town. It's not so small anymore, but it's no, it's different, you know. And boxing's just picking up in Scotland now, and we've got quite a bit of talent coming out of the Highlands.
Yeah. Wait, so is George your stablemate on that card as well?
Yeah, George will be boxing with me as well. Me and him have been boxing together for about eight years or so.
Yeah. Didn't he fight Lee Glover, wasn't it, on his debut?
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was.
Good fight that was.
I can imagine. I mean, I heard a lot of people speak after saying it was a brilliant fight. But obviously, I was in the changing rooms that night. I was on main event that night, but I didn't end up fighting until about 11:30 at night, just with a few problems with curing gloves and that. But no, a lot of people have said to me he did really well against him.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yeah, and I mean, I know your man Glover. He's a tough road warrior. He's a good tough road warrior. You know, I would have preferred to have my debut win against someone like that in my hometown. You know, and the boy who I fought, if I fought him on an away card, you know, because no one really knows me. But in Inverness, everyone sort of knew me from my debut win. But again, I've just got to shrug my shoulders and just go on with it. I mean, could have been lost. It could have been worse. I could have lost it. You know.
Yeah, at least you got the job done, which is the main thing.
Yeah, well, that's it. And I was fortunate enough to get a fight 4 weeks after that. My manager Stevie and promoter, he just put me on his show, and then he
Yeah.
was happy with my ticket sales, and yeah, that's why he got me on the card.
So after the 24th of June, how many more fights do you want to have?
Well, we're looking by December. What am I on to? We've said we want a double figure, so 4 or 5 fights. You know, 5 fights in 1 year, I'll be delighted with. But again, we just got to wait and see. But I'm in camp all the time now. You know, it's my first year. I want to build the record up, get spotted, get bigger fight opportunities, and make a name for myself.
Yeah. Uh, Before your debut, no offense, I didn't know like who you were, but
Yeah.
after your debut, I was very impressed, mate.
Oh, bro, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I mean, I did all right as an amateur. I mean, I didn't. I mean, bloody hell. There's boys who I started boxing with for Scotland when I was the age of 14 till I was about 16 or something like that, and they're still going and they're doing a fantastic job. And I can see why they're wanting to stay amateur. Tyler Jolly, Stephen Newins, and all doing brilliant for themselves as amateurs, and they're just the minute they turn pro, they'll hit the boxing world big, you know.
Yeah. So you wanna? So after this fight, do you wanna fight people with winning records?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I've always said that even as an amateur, like I'm not in this. I don't train hard for easy fights. I want a challenge. I'll build a bit of a record, maybe 5 fights, boys who I potentially should beat, but I'm not staying in that stage. I want to build on it. get the experience of going in with a hard hitting fighter.
Yeah. So were you naturally a bantamweight, are you?
Naturally, yeah. But again, as we're just starting off, in my first fight, I fought a bantam. I think I came in at about 8 stone 9, and then in my second fight, I actually had to step up to featherweight, 9 stone. But now I'm looking to go back down to bantam, because when I first started off, I was actually, my coach recommended that I'd fight a featherweight, thought I'd be quite strong at it. But then,
Yeah.
like I was saying earlier on, with the change of my opponents in my debut show, my promoter goes, "I've got you a fight, but you're going to have to come in a bit lighter." And he obviously explained the boy's weight. And I was obviously the last 2 weeks of training, running every morning with a sweatsuit on, training twice a day, once before work, after work. And the weight fell off, and then I just maintained it for the week, and I felt quite relatively strong at it. And obviously I went in, boxed at it, felt fine for the 6 rounds,
Yeah.
and just ever since then, my coach, Laurie's just went, you know what, if you can make 50, 54, 56, just we'll fight at that naturally.
Yeah. I think
But we'll take it now.
the kid you fought on your debut is naturally a super fly, I think.
Again, I didn't really know him until I fought him. Obviously I'm new into the professional boxing. I don't know all these sort of journeymen, as you like to call them, but obviously I'm starting to learn the tricks and the trades, and I'm meeting people and I'm getting offered fights and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I'm not in it to fight journey. I'm not looking to get. I don't want to be one of these boys that gets 10 straight wins against 10 nobodies, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's fair enough, mate.
I would much rather be known for getting beaten by someone who's got a good record, or
Yeah.
if I go in and beat someone with a good record, that's how you get recognised. It's easy to make a record look good, and you've seen way too many boxers go down that line. But
Yeah. You're like one of the boxers I've interviewed called Connor Adaway, who's he's a bantamweight. He's 3-0 currently, one knockout.
right, okay, and whereabouts are you from?
He's from Plymouth.
Oh, right, okay, down south.
I think he's got a fight in July.
Right, okay,
Because I
nice
think
one.
you v him would be quite a good scrap. I would like to see that.
Yeah, I mean, like I says, that I'd much rather go in with someone with a 3-0 record right now. If
Yeah.
I'm in with someone with the same amount of fights and who's in it for the same reason, both of us have got something to lose. So I don't know who this kid is, but I mean, I'm sure that it would be a challenge for both of us. We're
Yeah.
both in it probably for the long run, in it to win titles. So it comes down onto the night who wants it more.
Yeah.
And they're fights that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. So you're trying to get people like that. Glover wouldn't be bad to fight because he's like 11
That
and 8. No, yeah,
that
11 and
I think
8.
that was originally supposed to be my bout on the night, I think, but because we were supposed to schedule to have opponents come from Germany, and obviously we couldn't get that because the boy I was fighting got knocked out, so we weren't going to get two boys from Germany and one from the East Midlands. But then obviously Stevie managed to get 3 boxers from the East Midlands, but I had to end up with the lightest one, if you know what I mean, because out of me and my 2 stablemates, I'm the lightest, so I had to fight the lightest one out of them 3. But I mean, yeah, I think a fight with I would have enjoyed a fight with Lee. A good showman, hard fighter. I've got to give him his credit.
Yeah.
So yeah, right, brilliant bout. I would have loved to have that in front of a home crowd.
Why don't you try and get that one on in the 24th of June? Because that should be a headliner.
Oh, don't get me. I'd love that. And I mean, for all I know, it could be in the books. There was word of it on the night after my debut. I went up and spoke to Stevie after the bout, and there was talk of it. But obviously you can't. I'm not saying I can't confirm anything, so I don't know
Yeah.
what's in stock. Don't know what's in stock for me just now. But yeah, that would be a brilliant match. I actually got quite pally with Lee afterwards. Obviously went out. I was showing him about Inverness and had a wee celebrationary drink. So, top guy. We had a bit of a laugh and that, but yeah, be a brilliant scrap.
Who's your favourite current boxer?
It's a bit of a tricky one, you know. It's for someone who actually boxes as a professional. I don't actually watch a lot of boxing, if I'm being honest. But I mean, obviously, I've loads of fighters out there. Josh Taylor, not flying the flag for Scotland. I would suspect that any Scottish boxer right now wants to be him. You know, he's just absolutely fantastic. And then you obviously got, well, Golovkin, you've got Alvarez, all these brilliant fighters who I
Yeah,
do like watch, but it's gotten to the point with my work and my training, I've got no time for like looking out for these things. And then someone at work will just go, "Are you watching the boxing at the weekend?" I'll be like, "Oh, Jesus, is that on? I didn't even know." But
so
no,
you
I'd say
don't
Josh.
watch it that often.
Pardon?
So you don't really watch boxing.
No, just I've got I work, I train. That's all I want to do. I come home and I sleep. As sad as it sounds, you know, but that's just the routine. It's not easy trying to work a full-time job and to be a professional boxer, but it's not going to stop me from getting to where I want to be. So I'm not going to
Yeah.
start now.
What's your favourite punch in a fight?
Jab. You win a fight all day just with a jab. Use it at the correct time. You've got the right reactions. You can use it with anything. Jab all the way.
Yeah. And my last question for you is, do you have any advice for people who want to get into boxing?
Well, first thing I say is, well, because I'm actually a qualified coach myself. When you come into a gym, and whether you're looking to be a boxer or just to keep fit, don't take any offense if the coach doesn't jump to you straight away. You've got to stick in. You've got to prove that you're worth it. You've got to put the work in when no one's watching to be noticed, in my opinion. That's the way I've always went. So
Yeah.
just stick in the training, work hard, taking any advice that's given to you by peers or anyone else in the sport. Just don't give up and just stick hard at it.
Yeah. And do you want to shout out like your manager or your sponsors?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to thank IBI joiners who I've worked with. They've been a big help to me. My brother, Alma College, for buying me all my gear. Who else? With Future Forestry, they're my number one of my sponsors who sponsor me to take part on each show I'm on as a sponsorship package. And yeah, Scissor Sisters for giving me the trims before my fights. And yeah, that's what I'd like to shout out. And thanks to Stevie. Obviously, wouldn't be getting done without him.
Yeah. I want to say a massive thank you for your time. And on the
Thank you
24th of June, you go 3-0, mate.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Bye, mate.